Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover the junglers going into Worlds 2025 finals between KT and T1. The stats on the board we have on the left, Worlds 2025. On the right, 2025 stats including Worlds 2025, but the entirety. We're going to compare those numbers. Sorry about that. So, we got numbers. We got the champions played for some context. We got opponents played for some context, as well as all-time record between the two. So, going into this event, Oner ranking as one of the best junglers in the world, if not the best jungler in the world. And then you got Cuz, who played a great season, in my opinion. Statistically, he was near the top of the LCK almost all year long. And in some stats, he was the top all year long. Just one second. Sorry about that. I got the sneezes this morning. But regardless, so going into Oner's ranked highly. Cuz very consistent this year, in my opinion. But this event, I feel like Oner's taking a step back, and that might just be because he's not as he might not be needed as much to get the job done as T1 have kind of morphed a bit at this event, which is part of being good at this event versus all season long. Everyone's like, oh, well, a team that's been good all season long, they go to Worlds and they suck. That feels disingenuous. It makes the tournament feel like shit, this and that. Well, when a team actually changes and the roles on the team change, they're adapting to what they need to do to win, where your favorite team might not have done that. So, let's look at KDA for Cuz. Pretty much the same. KDA for me, assist count is half. Keep that in mind. Somebody got upset about that. Halo counts him as 1/3. Kill participation, 3 out of every 4 kills. He still remains in a similar position on the team, getting decent farm at 7, and even in the regular season, 6.6. So he's getting a little bit more farm, maybe 1 camp every 10 minutes. But the kill participation is representative of how active he is. 3 out of every 4 kills, that did not change. ROI, slightly more efficient at 1.29, but share differential slightly less, indicating the team is dealing a little more damage than they did during the regular season. Vision efficiency, still extremely high. He was very good in this category in the LCK this season. His ward placement is very good. He's able to invade well. He knows where the enemy jungler is going to be. He does not waste wards. He's one of the best at it, and that's because of experience and maybe shot calling. Whoever's shot calling for KT, whether it's BDD, Cuz, or Peter. Gold difference, he was ahead at 15 minutes all season long. CS the same, XP the same. He has been slightly ahead all year, and at Worlds he's been even better. Solo kills, I mean, junglers don't really get solo kills, so when it sticks out is when we talk about it, but not many solo kills. Champions played, he does have 8 in 11 games, which is notable because Oner has 8 in 15. And during the regular season, Cuz did have a slightly wider champion pool on a per game basis than Oner. Cuz playing like 21 in 120 games, Oner 22 in 160 games. So that is very different. Of course, you can only play so many champions. But still, it is notable, in my opinion, that Cuz does have a slightly wider champion pool. You see him playing Trundle, Wukong, Jarvan twice each, and then Xin Zhao, Viego, Kiana, Poppy, and Mundo once. And these stats are formed 4 games against Canyon, 3 against Junja, a couple against Kanavi, Histo, and then Elyoya. In the case of Oner, we see his KDA drop a bit, and his kill participation drop. So farm remains the same, but the kill participation, the team is, like I said, it has changed. It's changing the way it plays the game. They're finding kills elsewhere on the Rift without Oner's presence, going from 3 out of 4 to 2 out of 3. And that is significant. And that goes from some of the higher junglers in the world in terms of kill participation and the team fighting around them to some of the lowest on the season. Damage divided by gold remains pretty much the same, but the share differential down 1.1%. That is notable as well. We just said KT is dealing a little more damage at this event than they did during the season. It is the opposite for T1. T1 are dealing less damage in this case, because we look at the ROI, it is only 0.01 less, but the share differential is 1.1 less, which is much more significant, indicating damage is coming from elsewhere on the team, and ROI is slightly lower. Vision efficiency. Yeah, vision efficiency is a little better. He's doing better at that. Not quite at Cuz's level, but it is better. In terms of laning, or the early game, it's essentially the same as XP is slightly down. His gold's down 100. 130 gold is pretty much irrelevant in a 15-minute span. But he is just a little bit less. But you also look at who he's played against. 5 games against Tarzan, 3 against Kanavi, a game against Canyon. So you got 9 out of 15 games against 3 of the other top 4 best junglers in the world. That's significant. A couple games against River, Elyoya, Junja, and Inspired. So these guys did not have easy trips to this event. And I said it yesterday, I'll probably say it every video. The reason why T1 ended up with this was because they couldn't beat CFO in that best of 1, and KT swept them. You say, yeah, best of 1s are different than best of 5s, but KT didn't drop a game. So just something to think about, food for thought in that way. But like I said, also T1 have changed the way they're approaching the game at this event, and that will take some time. Solo kills, Oner is a little more aggressive, 0.11 versus 0.07 for Cuz, and he does have a solo kill here. Champion pool, like I said, slightly less than Cuz. He played Wukong, Xin Zhao 3 times each. Vi, J4, Pantheon twice, Kiana, Nocturne, Mundo once. So, I mean, he's played slightly more games than Cuz and has not played an additional champion. You see that Cuz plays Poppy and Viego, Trundle, and you're looking at the case of Oner. He played Vi, he played Pantheon, and Nocturne. And Nocturne is a T1 special. Like that is like that's a T1 special. Honestly, I'm surprised I understand like Nocturne probably won't sell skins, but it's like that's a fucking T1 special to me. It's a safe bet. It's a safe bet that they're going to try and play it. Now, over their careers, Cuz and Oner have played against each other 61 times. Former teammates on 2021 T1. So 61 matchups. This season, I believe Oner is 13-4. Over their careers, he's 42-19 with a slight lead in all categories, with a 166 gold lead, 3 CS, 101 XP. So do these guys blow each other out over the average? No. There are many games where we had 1,000 gold diffies. This indicate that obviously there were blowouts in the early game, but it's been relatively washed out by the other side, and that's why we have a only 166 gold lead on average across 61 games. It's indicative of, those 1,000 game blowouts are few and far between. The other side are getting them as well. So it's not some, it's not the norm, if you will. Only 3 total solo kills on each other. 2 by Oner, 1 by Cuz. Cuz had the one this season. Interestingly enough, I know it's only junglers don't get a lot of solo kills, so that's the thing. I'm not going to write all the champions they play because there's a shit ton, and we look back. Well, it's not as bad when you get out of 2025 because Fearless obviously creates more champion usage, which is a plus, but there are a lot of series where it's like, oh, it's Vi and Wukong. That is right. We did have that where it's just like a handshake all the time, or this, that, and the third, and that's kind of what it was. But this matchup here is a big one for T1 because Oner Faker into Cuz BDD is going to be what neutralizes KT. Now, Duckdown played a great series against Genji, a great series, but he's going to have to replicate that, and I guess jury's still out on that for me, but if you can neutralize mid jungle for KT, I think you are guaranteed some success, and T1 are certainly capable of it. But Cuz has played a great season, in my opinion. Oner, I think, has played a better season, but this Worlds has been something to leave a little bit to be desired. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.